More minutes left, but I want us to project forward a little bit. Let's say we get everything that Sten and Bertrand here are looking at. We're going to reconvene this panel in a few years from now, and in the hope that these things have actually happened and that we are succeeding. What is the quantitative metric you think that we should be pointing to and looking at beyond the budget, beyond the monetary allocations, okay, to actually prove that Europe is achieving AI competitiveness when it comes to sovereignty, defense, and security? Shon, what would you point to?
I was dreading you asking me that question first.
I saved the best till last.
Yeah, indeed. I would say a couple of things. One is, I think the ecosystem that's been referenced here and the health of that ecosystem from a defense perspective is likely to be measured by the number of European companies that can demonstrate through the work that they're doing and the contract values that they have procured and the capabilities that they actually have delivered, right, to each of our countries and to NATO. So that for me would be one. The threat is so significant that if that does not happen, then I worry about our collective defense. And so that would be one metric. The other is I think this notion of preparedness today, which is so many things that we could pursue, that these companies could deliver. How many of them are actually delivering something that's real and valuable and it strengthens our overall defense? That's not something that I think we talk about as much as we should, but we desperately need to, because the threat is significant. When you have an adversary that will allow a machine and an algorithm to talk to an algorithm to deliver a kinetic outcome, they don't value human life the same way we do. And so that in and of itself, should spark, I think, a lot of young companies to be able to help solve these problems that persist across many nations.
Okay, thank you. You mentioned there also sort of the collectiveness element and NATO. And I think one of the things is also sort of how we're defining what the West is and how we work together now. Bertrand, for your quantitative 5 years from now, say, what will you be looking at and measuring?
The number of times AI strategy words are pronounced in government speeches. I mean, if that goes to zero, because, everyone likes to have strategies. I said that earlier. And the reason why we have strategies is because we are failing at something. And so if we don't need a strategy anymore to do AI and to do things, it means that we have been successful into integrating AI and kind of all the digital specs into daily operations and daily thinking. And so whenever we get leaders to just not think about AI, but just think about what we need, capabilities delivering, it means that we will have solved probably a lot of problems behind what we try to fix with AI strategy. So if my job is gone in 10 years from now, I'm happy.
Okay, so yeah, very much then when it's no longer about the AI, because the mindset shift has changed and it's fully integrated. We've got that cooperation going on, people. Sten, over to you.
I would look at how can we flip. Europe today talks about defense spending. How would the world look like if we talk about defense income? Like, instead of this being a cost item that we spend 2%, 3%, 5% of our national product on defense, like if Europe builds the tech, builds the AI tools, builds the companies, builds the solutions that the world needs, and for example in defense, that like anything that you build on ground-based warfare to effectively work with drones and against drones, like these things, this is happening in Ukraine, this is happening in Europe. So probably our tech 5 years from now will be better than anything that US can build domestically. So all of that is exportable. Export means income, more capital flowing to Europe to acquire these solutions, and that's how we don't pay for defense, but defense pays for our well-being.
Well, I very much look forward to reconvening this panel in a couple of years' time and not mentioning AI, talking about how we're cooperating differently across the boards, but then also seeing how we're not only benefiting maybe our economies, but also our societies as a result of these efforts. Gentlemen, thank you all very much. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.